What is up, everybody? We are back here for some more conference tournaments. In this one, we have the ACC Tournament, perennially one of the best conference tournaments in basketball. This year, a bit of a down year for the ACC, but nonetheless, it should be a spectacular tournament. This time in the Barclays Center. For some reason, it is in Brooklyn. But here we go. We start on Tuesday with the first round, so let's get into it. First game, we got Pitt going up against Boston College. These two teams had identical conference records, and I think it's going to be a very equal game, but give me Boston College to win this one. They've got a few more premier wins throughout this season. I remember them beating Florida State earlier. Could go either way here, but I'm going with Boston College to win that one in a slight upset, 13 beats 12. Next, we got Clemson against NC State, and I'm not a big fan of this Clemson team, but going against the 15-seeded NC State, NC State has been terrible all year. I expect this one to be a blowout. Give me Clemson big here because they can't compete in this tournament. Next game should be a good one. We got Louisville and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, obviously, defending ACC Tournament champions, going up against Louisville, who's been decent at some points this year, but very inconsistent here. Still, give me Louisville. I think they're the much better team. Georgia Tech has been terrible throughout the regular season here in the ACC. So now we get some better matchups into the second round on Wednesday. So we got Florida State against Syracuse, 8 versus 9. And these two teams, very inconsistent all year, but they do have a few upset victories between them. And in this one, give me Florida State. I just think they're a very well-coached team. They're usually a tournament team this time of year. Have some great talent in the draft always. And though they've been inconsistent, I think they win this one against Syracuse here because Syracuse has just ended off the season in terrible fashion, lost a few games they shouldn't have. Next game, we get to Boston College and Wake Forest. And this is where I think it ends for Boston College, facing number 5, Wake Forest. Wake Forest, a team that is currently in the bracket in our bracketology. Stay tuned for those videos this week. This is the most recent one I'll have in the corner for you guys there if you want to watch. But I have Wake Forest winning this game. They're much superior in talent and consistency throughout the season, so I expect this one to be a blowout for the Demon Deacons. Next game, we got 10-seeded Clemson going against number 7, Virginia Tech. I have actually high standards for this Virginia Tech team. They have Aluma coming up, 15 points per game this season, and he was instrumental in their tournament run last year. They had a great game against Florida in the first round. So I think this Virginia Tech team gets this win here against Clemson. I don't really expect it to be close here, as I think Virginia Tech can compete in this tournament. Next game, we have Louisville and Virginia, two perennially good teams, not so much this year. But in this one, I expect the Virginia team to win this game. A Tony Bennett coach team, always good on defense, slow pace of game. I think that just takes Louisville out. Louisville makes so many mistakes. So I think Virginia wins this one in a bit of a dogfight there. So give me Virginia to advance. And really, Virginia needs a big tournament here because they are currently not in the field of 68. They're probably going to need to be a bid thief if they want to swipe one of those bids. Next, we get to the quarterfinals on Thursday, and here we have a tasty matchup between Duke and Florida State. Florida State, obviously not in bracketology, so they need to win out here to get into the tournament. But in this one, I think Duke bounces back from their loss against UNC. Duke had really been wrapping up the season in good fashion, except for that UNC game, which I kind of saw that coming because they played so sloppy in the first half of that game, and it was only a matter of time before they lost. But I think Coach K is going to rectify it here, and Duke advances to the semifinal. Next game, we got Miami and Wake Forest. Very even matchup here. These two teams played twice during the regular season, and Miami won by a few points on each occasion. But in this game, give me Wake Forest. It's very hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, and I actually like Wake Forest a little bit better than Miami here. You also get Wake Forest with a game the previous day against Boston College. Really just a tune-up matchup, so I think that will be to their advantage here. It's going to be a very close game, but I like Wake Forest here to better their seeding for March Madness. Next game, we got Virginia Tech and Notre Dame. Very tempted to take Virginia Tech here to go on a run in this ACC tournament, as I'm not too fond of this Notre Dame team. Yeah, I know they've been racking up these conference wins. It's tough to play at Notre Dame, sure. But I just don't think they're very elite talent-wise. But still, I'm going to have to take Notre Dame. They're the more disciplined team. Good defensive team there. So I think it's going to be Notre Dame in a close victory. But do not sleep on this Virginia Tech team. Next game, we get to Virginia and North Carolina. Here, this is big because North Carolina is basically just inside the bracket right now, whereas Virginia is out. But in this one, I'm going to take UNC. They are peaking at the right time. They've won 5 straight, obviously culminating in that huge rivalry win against Duke. In January and early February, this team was just not clicking, even though they have a lot of talent. Roy Williams not with the program anymore, but still, they've been getting it going. Coming into March, I think this is a scary team, and I think they dispose of Virginia in the quarterfinals, get to the semis. So next game, we get to the semifinal where we have Duke facing off against Wake Forest, and I think Duke is just so superior talent-wise to this Wake Forest team. Give me Duke to win this game. Duke's been running the ACC all year. I think their stars come to play in this one. Bonchero probably going to have a great game. Coach K is going to have the boys buzzing to play this one, so give me Duke to advance to the final. Next, we get to our other semifinal, and this one should be electric. Number 2 seed Notre Dame against number 3 North Carolina. Both of these teams really want to improve their seeds for March Madness. And in this one, I've got to take North Carolina because I really just think they have a lot more talent than this Notre Dame team. They got Armando Bacot, they got Brady Manick, RJ Davis, Leaky Black, Caleb Love. So I really like the starting 5 on this team. And getting into March, you're only playing about 7-8 guys. And I think North Carolina has one of the best starting lineups in the country. So with that being said, I know Notre Dame is a feisty team. It's not going to be easy for the Tar Heels, but give me North Carolina to advance to the title game. And here we get the Duke-UNC Trilogy. The 2 games that they've played have been in pretty electric environments this season, but neither has been particularly close. I think this one is going to be a very close game in the Barclays Center. And a lot of people are going to pick Duke here. They've been the best team all year in the ACC. They're the one ACC team with actually decent seeding in the tournament right now. But in this one, give me UNC. Give me the Tar Heels to stun Duke once again and bring home the ACC Tournament Championship here. I just love their talent. As I said, starting 5 is great. It's probably better than Duke in my opinion. And I think they're going to outplay Duke again. Just going to take advantage of those turnovers, get in transition, and give me North Carolina in a close one against Duke. I realize a lot of people are going to pick Duke to get this win and secure the ACC championship, make up for that loss in Coach K's final game at home in Cameron Indoor. But give me UNC to get another upset here and improve their seeding. So with that being said, let me know your guys' predictions for the ACC tournament in the comments down below. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.